Hey YouTube, hey Facebook, hey friends, family, all Yahoo gather around here. So the reason I'm going to do this is because some people don't understand this concept. Some people are on the very brink of a split. Some people are on the very brink of a divorce. Some people are on the very brink of a intimate and soulful relationship, but they can't get over that hump. Okay, I'm gonna tell you one reason why. Okay, this ain't the only reason, and it ain't the biggest reason, but this is a reason why. Okay, when you find someone attractive, all right, you might find they're physically attractive. Okay, to me, okay, I don't find the looks attractive. I find the heart and the soul attractive. So what happens to me is normally is this, okay? First, we start a conversation, okay? When we start a conversation, I want to make sure that your heart and your soul is true. It's pure. It's kind. It's wonderful. It has a glow to it, okay? So, we get to talking and things lead to the next and, yada, 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 okay? That's all great. But now let's say I ask you on a date, okay? And you like the date. You think it's wonderful. It's a great time. Absolutely great and crazy, okay? You want another one, right? So you join me, okay? And what happens is people start to forget the day and the time that you were together first, okay? That's the whole point of dates, okay? Is to bond. It's to find out what they like, okay? It's not to tell them what you like. It's to find out what they like, okay? Because you don't realize it, but at that very moment, you're going to add that to yourself, okay? You're going to add their interests to yourself and say, I hadn't thought of that. I want to join it, okay? Or, I may not be into it, but I'd love to find out more about it, okay? And if you're so into something, teach them. Tell them about it. Get them interested, okay? Everything you tell them, are they going to be interested in about? No, okay? You just got to accept that. We're different. We have different needs and wants and desires, okay? So, the problem is, when you find these things out and you go on dates and you do all these things, okay, you stop doing it, okay? So then what happens? Your partner meanders and, they get to meet people and they talk to them and then they find out they connect to them and not like, oh, you're my soulmate, okay? It's like, hey, I love to do that too, right? You like these movies, you like these books, you like these shows, you like doing these things at night, you like doing these things on the weekend, you do this kind of thing at work. We get it. We connect, okay? Are they doing this in spiteful? No. Honestly, it's not. But there's an underlying cause of that, folks. You got to keep your partner interested. Once you lose your partner's interest, okay, it's like a bird. They're gone, okay? And it's going to be that much harder to bring them back, okay? And that's the problem, okay? Is we just think, oh, we did this, it was fine once, I'll just keep doing it again. Distance is not, it doesn't matter, the distance between two people, okay? Before I ever did videos and before I ever came home back from a trip, okay, I knew somebody from way across the state. We're talking like 7 to 8 states away, folks. It would have been at least about 1,000 miles away, okay? That had nothing to do with it, okay? But if you keep your partner's interest, you're golden, okay? So you got to keep them interested, you got to talk to them, and you got to make sure that you guys have the same wants and needs, okay? So, excuse me. I'm a little gassy. So if you forget about keeping them interested, if you forget about going on new journeys, if you forget about finding out what your partner needs, if you forget about find out what your partner would like to try, would like to embark on, would like to help do, okay? Your partner's going to lose you, folks. Plain and simple. You're going to lose them, okay? And I was guilty of this myself. So, am I preaching to the choir? A little bit, okay? But that was a hard lesson I had to learn. So, I'm telling you this, folks, because if you lose your partner's interest, you could potentially have your soulmate right there, and they're gone forever, okay? But if you find things to do together and keep them, okay, it's like super glue. You can't split it apart. The only reason you can split it apart is by faith. That's the only reason. And if faith split it apart, was it ever worth it? Maybe they taught you a lesson, okay? Remember, some people, and this is going to be hard for some of you to understand, okay? But you need to trust me on this, okay? I love all of y'all. I'm not mad at you. You got to understand this, okay? Some people, and I think Steve Harvey said this once, and it's been stuck with me ever since, okay? Now, some people are going to be in your life for a season, meaning they're not going to be there your whole life, but they're going to be there for a season to teach you a lesson. And they're going to be people in your life who are going to be in your life for a reason. Now, this sometimes get a little debatable because the people that are in your life for a season can also be in your life for a reason. Okay? Does that make sense to y'all? Am I confusing any of y'all? That's the whole point, guys. You gotta keep them focused. You gotta keep them entertained. You gotta keep them interested. Does that mean you gotta blow every paycheck to keep them interested? Does that mean you have to take a vacation every week? No. I'm not saying that, folks. I'm saying if you find a show interesting, okay, encourage them to join you. If you find doing puzzles wonderful, yeah, it might be cool and awesome to do, but join them. Have them come over and help you. Do you have to do it and then get it done in half an hour? No. Enjoy their company while you do it, folks. That's the whole point. But if you lose their interest, you're back to square one. All over again. And if you make things even worse, not even friends. Now you're just acquaintances and strangers. Do you want that? No. No, not at all. You don't. Fair? So, there are some people, okay, that will help you with that. You got friends, co-workers, family, best friends, okay? They will encourage you if you can't find things to keep them entertained. Your best friend might show you something that both of you love absolutely to death, okay? And you're like, hey, that's great. Let's do it next weekend. And let's do it the week after, and the week after that, and the week after that, and the week after that. And what do you know? You make it a ritual, and you do it all the time. I don't understand why people make this so hard, okay? It used to be hard for me, okay? Like I told you, guys, I ain't perfect. And each one of y'all ain't perfect either. Are we perfect through our eyes of faith? Yes, okay? Because we're human. But we're not perfect. We make mistakes. But that mistake leads us to becoming a perfect person, okay? But it's always life. It's just going to keep going and going and going and going and going and going, okay? And if certain people forget about what your wants and needs are, then you're done. Like, I don't want this to come out negative, folks, but if the certain people you hang around are toxic, you need to remove them because you're not progressing your life. Okay? They're like an arrow. Some of your friends are gonna pull back, but they're only gonna pull back. But the friends you gotta have, and the friends that will be around there, your partner, your family, are gonna be the effort and the force to shoot it through. Okay? But if all your friends, the people that, you know, just lose your interest and all this stuff, just pull you back, then that's when you're like, well, I'm just gonna cut the string right now. There's no reason. So, I know this was a lot to take in today, and I'm sorry, but I wanted to share this with you on my lunch break today. That's why some relationships fail, because, Alexis, I agree. You should never forget about your friends. There are people, though, that are going to discourage you, distract you, become your temptation away from your progress in life. And so you have to decide whether you want to, you know, go one direction or the other. But I love each and every one of you. I truly do. But today, just remember, some people are going to be in your life for a season, and others are going to be in your life for a reason. It's your decision to decide who's in your life for a season and who's in your life for a reason. Alright? Anyway, I love you guys to death. Mwah. I will definitely, I love each and every one of you. Guys, you know, girls, you know, people, you know, different, because they are among us, okay? I don't unlove anybody. The only time I can ever unlove anyone is if they personally are there to unlove myself. So, I just want to let y'all know that we struggle. I know it's hard, but, you gotta keep people interested. That's the bottom line. And if you need help, then, you know, reach out to people. You know, that's why they're there. But I will see you all later. Have a great rest of the week. And I hope to see you all later, okay? Alright. Bye, guys. See ya.